song to describe your vibe, what would it be? That's a good question. That deserves an even better answer. But I don't know. I don't know. I always say when I was younger, right? When I was younger, I would say it was I'm not a player, but I crush a lot by Big Pun. So, yeah, that's what I would say. I never had like relationships like that. I was very attracted to a lot of women, but I never like pursued them. I just loved them for like a distance. It was like a distance thing where I would be like, "You look great. You look awesome." I would never talk. Um, I would never talk to them unless they were, you know, unless they were talking to me and telling me about them. That's what I would do. I would talk to them if they talked to me first. But I would admire them from a distance. I would admire them from a distance. So, what's your Starbucks order? I don't go to Starbucks. Do you believe in love at first sight? Alright, y'all, let me tell y'all. Love at first sight. For me, no, I don't. Because here's the thing, when you see someone, and it's different for everybody. My mom saw my dad for the first time and said, "I think I found my husband." And that was my mom. That was her love at first sight moment. For me, I guess when I see someone, if you're able to get a vibe from that person of what you want in a partner, what you want in a significant other, absolutely. But you have to see that in her, and that'll be your love at first sight moment. But if you don't see that, you can see her, think that it's love at first sight, and she'd be a whole different person than what you thought you had or what you want, you know? But if you see her, you're like, I've got to talk to her. And she's like, as far as her outer beauty and things like that, you get a picture in your mind of what you want in a relationship, and she checks all your boxes, then yeah, that's love at first sight. That's love at first sight right there. She checked your boxes, right? And you haven't even talked to her yet. But the minute you talk to her and you see that she checks your boxes, yeah, that's love at first sight. Now, easier said than done, because you're not going to always have those relationships that turn out the way that you want it to be. But can it happen? Definitely. For me, I have to know you, spend some time with you. I have to know who you are as a person before I make that move. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. My karaoke song. Mm, Probably A Whole New World. My first kiss was Jessica Provence. Yeah, Jessica Provence. We were close friends. We were close friends at first, and we were very, very young. Elementary school, second grade. I just remember it was a couple seconds. We were going to Miss Viola's. She was picking us up. And right there when we were waiting, we kissed for like a good 5 seconds. That was my first kiss. It was nice. So, 8 years old. 8 years old, second grade. Yeah, she was amazing. She was. We never dated. Um, Loved her brother, Jason. Jason Provence. Um, I don't even know if I'm saying their last name right, but I know it was Jessica and Jason. That's all. Jason was the youngest one. He was like my little brother. Jessica was very sweet, amazing. Was a close friend at the time. One thing I remember about us was that she literally beat me. That's how bad I am at chess, right? She literally beat me with one pawn. Talk about embarrassing. She beat me with one pawn. That's how bad of a chess player I am. I'm good at checkers. I'm good at checkers. Very bad at chess. I'm a little bit okay now, but you could still beat me with no hesitation. No hesitation, you can probably still beat me at chess. More of a checkers player. Pretty good at checkers. People don't want to play me in checkers. They don't want to play me in Connect 4. Those are the games that I'm pretty good at, but chess, you'll you'll have a fun time against me in chess because I don't even know strategies or things like that. So yeah, um, what do you look for in a partner? Um, I look for God fearing, beautiful, intelligent, Christian. I look for someone that I'm able to have fun with, and at the same time, we are moving in the direction of the Holy Spirit, where we are able to be in a relationship and have a significant other by the goodness and the glory that God has given us and has provided a wonderful woman in my life for me to cherish, love, and appreciate, and also be a partner, but at the same time be my best friend. Someone that I'm able to talk to. Someone that I'm able to share a beautiful life with. You know, it's one thing I always wanted to learn how to do. Um, Play more instruments. What's the most attractive quality in a person? Ambition, drive. What's something you could talk about forever? Huh. Something I could talk about forever? Mm, that's tough. Something I could talk about forever is uh, probably sports. If she doesn't like sports, you can talk about whatever you want, whatever she wants. So many subjects, so many answers. What's my love language? Physical touch. Physical touch is my love language. How many times have you been in love? Probably once. It was like a computer love thing. I, to this day, never probably met her in person, but we talked. I met her on MySpace. We talked on the phone. When I saw her, I did not know it was her, if that makes sense. Back when MySpace was popping, right? I thought that she was someone else that I was attracted to. Turns out it was her friend that she posted on her page. She posted this girl on her page that I thought was very, very attractive. And she had a photo of her yellow, red, and green, but it wasn't her. That makes sense. It wasn't showing her profile to what it was. So I thought I was talking to someone, but it was someone else. It's crazy. I thought that I was talking to a different person. I didn't know that I was talking to her. So when I saw her face, her pictures and things like that, I was like, whoa. This is the attractive girl that I saw on your profile picture. Did not know that it was a different one. So I talked to her, never told her that. And it wasn't her that I was attracted to, but when we started talking, that was when I liked her a lot. We always talked on the computer. 2008. It was about 2008 to about 2000. 2000. It was a long time. It was a very long time, but she was probably the one, and I've never met her in person. I've never met her in person. We talked on the phone. We talked for hours on the phone. I showed her pictures of me. She showed me pictures of her. She was... We had our good days, we had our bad days. We literally talked. The question is, can you fall in love with someone on the computer that you never met in real life? I did. I talked to her on the phone. We sent pictures. I sent her pictures of me. She sent me pictures of her. We went back and forth. Back and forth. You know? But we never met in person. She went to my school that my mom was a principal of, Pine Grove. She went to Pine Grove. She is now a different person. She, different life turning events. It probably would have been different. I definitely would have known. I would have saw her. And I feel like things would have been different in our lives, but unfortunately, things moved differently. We definitely had our ups and downs. Texts can hurt. She said, one of the things that she told me was, she said that we were too damaged. And she was right. We were too damaged to be together. We never had the opportunity to meet. Never had the opportunity to meet her in person because I had my accident. I had my accident, and if I didn't have my accident, who knows? Who knows? Things would have definitely been different. I, like, literally. I don't know about her, but I had computer love. I had computer love because it wasn't the fact that I just saw her on MySpace, right? We talked on Facebook. We talked on Twitter. We talked on any platform probably that you can think of. She wasn't the girl that I thought she was because I thought it was her friend. But then when I found out that it was her, it wasn't her the fact of how she looked. It was the way that she was as a person. She was a lot, good and bad. She's different. She doesn't have the she doesn't have she's not into men anymore. you know she's not into men anymore. So she is, so she told me this. I had a problem with it. When I but I was young. When she was, I didn't understand. I thought it was a phase. That she was going through. I thought she was experimental. I did not take it well because I really thought I would have a future with her. But life turns you in a different way that you're not expecting. You don't know what life's going to throw at you. And I don't know. I feel like things would have been different if I didn't have my accident. I feel like the love that she would have for me would have been different if we would have met in person. Being the person that I am, I really do believe that but for me, it probably would have been different for me because I fell in love with her on the computer. Just on the computer. So just imagine if we would have met in real life. She would have had me. She would have had me spinning. Heart would have been all over the place. It probably wouldn't have been healthy, because I would have probably fell deep in love with her. But if I don't know if she would have turned out the way that she would have turned out as far as her preference, and her relationships. She hasn't been with a man since she became an adult. So who's to say, But yeah, computer love, man. But I talk to her on the phone, talk for hours. She knows my voice. I know her voice. We chain. We man, never thought I could fall in love with a woman from a computer, but I did, y'all. I was computer love. It's different now. It's not the same. It's very different. Uh, she's definitely doesn't look the same. She's, um, I'll always. It's tough for me to have someone like her in my life because bottom line is I don't see what she is now, but I saw what she was before. So the best thing for me is to not have her in my life at all, you know, because for me, it's always gonna be what we were and not what we are. I know, I know, I know. I, it was different, man. She was different. She was someone that I really cared about, someone that I loved. I never met her in person, but we always had numbers. We always exchanged. We always talked. We fight. We fuss. We made up. We talked. I talked to her and things like that. And she was just an easy person to talk to. And over time, she just got more and more attracted to me. I was very, very attracted to her. And I was definitely upset, you know. I was upset because I was upset because you know, I wasn't able to accept the person that she is now. As much as I wanted to, my love for her was different from what her love for me was. I loved her in a way that she didn't love me the same. I know she probably had love for me, but it wasn't the same for what I had with her. It was different. Not even how she looked, but the way that she just made me feel when I talked to her. She doesn't even like men no more. So basically, whatever we had, it's not what it's not realistic and it's not the reality. And she told me that what she was just gonna end up breaking my heart. She was right. So I, because of what we had, it's hard to be able to have a future with her. If I'm able, if I'm able to find someone, and things like that, I think I'll be able to move on, and we can probably have like maybe a good friendship. But when I see her, I literally just think of what we had, and it's tough to just go back to being friends, you know? It's tough because I'm always going to want more. She's not. I feel like it's best that I don't put myself in that situation, you know? So I just, we said, I said my final words. She said her final words. And in due time, I feel like we can build a friendship, you know? Without me, because I'm definitely older now, I'm a lot more well put together to the point where I can, if we were able to see each other, pass each other by, I'll be able to say hi and not show my old feelings. Feelings for her were different than what she had for me, so I definitely want to protect her and protect myself and not go back to my old ways. I'm a lot older now. I'm a lot better than what I was, so I definitely feel like we can build a friendship. And I said what I had to say. She said what she had to say, and we left it at that. I'm always going to be here for her from a distance standpoint. I definitely know if I'm able to get in contact with her, talk to her about things, build a friendship. I'm sure she'll be down for that. But it's tough when you found someone that you really care about, and sometimes you just gotta leave it the way it is, Just don't even put yourself in that situation where you can communicate, but you remember what you had, and you know that you're not gonna have that no more. Don't put yourself in that situation where you're gonna open up old wounds. You don't need that. You don't need open up old wounds. Keep them closed and keep them healed by just letting that person go, letting her live her best life. You live your best life, and you don't have to intertwine and go back to what was there, because it's only gonna hurt me in the long run. She's gonna be okay. Like I said, my love for her was different than her love for me, so it was more me than it was for her, and I'm happy for her. I really hope that she finds someone great and amazing, and I really hope that she has a wonderful, beautiful future, because she definitely deserves it, and she definitely deserves to be happy, and she's on to another point in her life, and I really hope that she finds what she's looking for in her partner, and just in general, I just wish her nothing but happiness. And I really hope that she finds the person that she wants, the person that she's looking for. She wants to reach out anytime. I'm all for it, but I look at it as we're friends and we're, you know, things like that. I had to get what I had to get off my chest, and she understood, and she also told me some things that we finally put that little story in our piece of that chapter of us to bed. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I really hope that, you know, we go on with our lives. Hope that she finds someone amazing and happy. And I'll really wish her the best. And I know that it's going to be with someone that she really loves and can appreciate, you know? So, that being said,